Okay. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. I very warmly welcome everyone who has come on this meeting and joined us on this 76th annual general meeting of DIC India. This is 11 a.m. and we are starting the proceedings of the meeting. As we gather at 11 a.m. with requisite quorum being present, I, Rajiv Anand, Chairman of DIC India, take the honor of inaugurating the 76th Annual General Meeting of DIC India Limited. It is with a sense of pride that I extend a very warm virtual welcome to each of you. Good morning to everyone. I very warmly welcome everyone who has come on this meeting and joined us on this 76th Annual General Meeting of DIC India. This is 11 a.m. and we are starting the proceedings of the meeting. As we gather 11 a.m. with requisite quorum being present, I, Rajiv Anand, Chairman of DIC India, take the honor of inaugurating the 76th Annual General Meeting of DIC India Limited. It is with a sense of pride that I extend a very warm
Real team, why it's repeating? Let's see a technical team, why it is repeating?
welcome.
What? Sorry, what is on in the boardroom? Sorry?
Sir, link for live webcasting of the event. That is running over there. You have to stop that.
Real team, one second. Let's see a technical team, why it is repeating? He's saying link you have to stop.
Now, can you hear us? Yes. So can I proceed now? Okay, shall I start again or is it okay?
It's okay, sir.
Carry on.
You've already heard twice.
Okay. Thank you. So this AGM is being held through audio-visual means and there is no physical venue for the meeting. May the coming year be replete with health and prosperity for all of us. This is our prayer to God. The notice for today's meeting dated February 22nd, 2024 shall be considered formally read. The register of directors shareholding shall remain virtually available online for inspection and will be so throughout our meeting today. In compliance with the applicable legislations, proxies are not allowed to participate. Members who are yet to register themselves as speakers and who wish to ask questions may address their questions using the chat feature until 11:30 a.m. today. At this moment, it is my pleasure to introduce my current board of directors. I'm starting with, on my left side, Mr. Adnan Wajahat Ahmed. He is an independent director and the chairman of Risk Management Committee and Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Ms. Pritha Dutt, independent director and chairperson of Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility. Mr. Paul Quek, director on the board. Mr. Kohashi-san, director on the board. Mr. Jason Lee, director on the board. Mr. Manish Bhatia, managing director and CEO of DIC India. Mr. Prabal Sarkar, our third independent director and chairman of Audit Committee, could not attend the meeting today. He has nominated Mr. Adnan Ahmed in his place as a representative to chair the Audit Committee for today's proceedings. We welcome Mr. Lee, Jason Lee, the Regional Internal Audit Director, DIC in Asia Pacific Limited, on this board to our team. Welcome, Jason. Besides this, we are also joined by our statutory auditors, led by Mr. Rajiv Chatterjee and his team from PwC. And we also have Ms. Binita Pandey, who's our secretarial auditor. She has also joined us on this proceedings today. Now, a little view and update on how the economic landscape has been and how the past year performance has been. I'll just touch on very shortly on some of the aspects. 2023 was marked by some hopefulness, measured hopefulness, as we would say. Global market, pandemic after effects were still there. There are geopolitical tensions, which we all know, which are going on, but showed remarkable tenacity. India, propelled by digital innovation and reform, emerged as a beacon for potential spearheading growth through manufacturing and service sectors. So largely speaking, India did and faced these challenges pretty well, showing resilience to the challenges which were global challenges. Our economic projections are holding very strong, with a GDP growth forecast exceeding 7% in the fiscal. Past 12 months for DIC India, and we navigated through a complex economic landscape. Despite all the challenges, global challenges, geographical challenges, we have persevered with a cautious and optimistic outlook. Thanks to the resilience shown worldwide and particularly within India, in response, we have made pivotal strategic choices, focusing on stability and the long-term growth of the organization. After careful consideration of evolving market landscape and technological advancements in our industry, we have made the strategic yet challenging choice of restructuring our manufacturing footprint. That was a major decision taken last year. It's primarily done to make sure that the profitable growth of DIC India is sustained in the coming future, and we grow profitably faster. And I am really excited to announce the inauguration of our state-of-the-art UV and LED inks facility, a new plant, greenfield plant at Saika, Gujarat. Launching our second phase of expansion. The development is a testament to our continued commitment to establishing leading-edge printing technologies and improving our sustainability footprint. As we step into 24, DIC India is poised at an intersection of potential and complexity within an ever-evolving economic milieu. We embrace the forthcoming challenges with a commitment to sustainability, customer-centric adaptability, and the pursuit to efficiency and productivity through our 2023 actions, laying the groundwork for our future. Our strategy is anchored in technology, utilization, and asset productivity to ensure competitive prowess. Investments in renewable resources and eco-friendly practices underpin our progressive trajectory, resonating with the sustainable development. We maintain a vigilant focus on productivity and innovation, navigating risks and seizing opportunities, securing a responsive, dynamic, and sustainable course as we journey towards DIC Corporation's Vision 2030. Adhering to a safety-first ethos, we have accomplished major milestones, notably in reducing carbon emissions, waste, and water consumption. Such achievements signify our firm commitment to EHS protocols, reinforcing our pledge to sustain a safe, environmentally friendly future. I am pleased to confirm DIC India's unwavering commitment to Diksha and Saksham, our CSR flagships that substantially contribute to community welfare. Our educational and healthcare initiatives mirror our corporate values and align with the sustainable development goals. From fostering education in Saika's primary schools to health projects tailored to community needs, our goal is to effect meaningful change. We continue to foster these CSR endeavors with collective dedication, looking forward to expanding these efforts in the years ahead. In conclusion, I extend my deepest appreciation to our shareholders, customers, partners, and stakeholders for their constant support. I also thank our diligent employees whose endeavors are fundamental to our success. Together, we anticipate a year filled with advancement, achievements, and mutual prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, the reports and accounts have been with you, and with your consent, I'll take them as read. There being no qualification, may I take the audit report as noted. Before I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to put your questions or make observations, please note that pursuant to the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the recent circulars issued in this regard, the soft copy of the annual report has been provided by electronic mode to such members whose shareholdings is in dematerialized mode and whose email IDs are registered with the depository for communication purpose. Shareholders not covered above or who have subsequently requested for annual report have been furnished with a copy. Let me elaborate on the conduct of meeting process. The voting shall be in 2 rounds by electronic mode. The first round of electronic voting, e-voting we call it, window was open from 9 a.m. from March 19th, 2024 onwards till 5 p.m. of March 21st, 2024. The second round of electronic voting shall happen today. All the members who have not voted earlier and who are present can vote at the e-voting option appearing in the portal through which you have logged into this meeting. After the agenda items have been discussed, we will go for the voting. Those of you who have already cast their vote should refrain from voting again. The number of members voting in favor of or against the resolution electronically in first round will be consolidated with the number of members voting electronically today in the second round. The result of the consolidated voting would be scrutinized by Ms. Binita Pandey, partner of Messrs. T. Chatterjee and Associates, Company Secretaries in practice, who has been appointed as the scrutinizer for the meeting. Since the meeting is held through video conference, we will be taking questions in the following order. We have received a few questions in advance on our email. So we'll be first addressing those questions which have already been asked by shareholders through email. So I'll take those questions and answer those questions first. After that, ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is now open to you for your questions or observations. This will come to once I have answered the questions pre-received by us. So, these are the questions.
Yes, three
Yeah.
shareholders.
So we have received questions from our 3 esteemed shareholders, Mr. Anindya Kundu, Mr. Saket Kapoor, and Mrs. Kiran Chandula. So I'll take in the same sequence the questions which have been asked and try and answer those questions. First, the questions asked by Mr. Anindya Kundu. The first question is there any other plan to open any new facility in the state of West Bengal or anywhere else in the country, as the plant located in Kolkata was closed last year? Any update, views on it? Our response is the company will continue to review its manufacturing footprint and align with business strategy on ongoing basis. This is an ongoing exercise, and last year's decision was in line with the strategy. Next question is, what is our company planning to increase the productivity to bridge the gap in production when one of the facilities is closed for a few months? We have already made parallel plans for productivity enhancement, which are aligned with the restructuring process we initiated. These plans are well implemented and some of them are still under implementation. Third question, is there any plan of our company to shift our registered office out of Kolkata? We have shifted our registered office currently to company-owned asset in Kolkata only. If there is any further change in future, we will adequately inform our shareholders and stakeholders. Last question, there is a negative exceptional item posted under other income this year. Is this one the dues clear to the Kolkata Port Trust? All the exceptional items are available in our notes to the financials. You may refer to our financial sheet and you can get the details from there. Moving on to the next set of questions received from Mr. Kapoor, Saket Kapoor. Before I move to Mr. Kapoor, I thank Mr. Anindya Kundu for asking these questions and sending it to us. Thank you very much. First question by Mr. Kapoor, how are we going to create shareholder value when will the company post profits? So DIC India has been a consistent performer and has history of delivering shareholder value. The current year profits were impacted largely due to steps taken by company to consolidate its manufacturing footprint to improve its assets productivity, and we'll see the benefits of this coming to us going forward. Next question, please share more insights on 2030 roadmap for the company in terms of investment in products, processes, and applications. DIC India's policy on investment in products, processes, and applications is aligned to DIC Group vision of 2030, and we continue to work on India's strategy, which is well aligned to the global 2030 strategy and the goals. And this is a continuous practice. What has been our R&D spend for the last 5 years and projected numbers going ahead? Historical details of R&D spend can be fetched from board report of respective years. The company's R&D expenditure is in sync with the DIC's group's global vision of 2030. Next is revenue split between publication and packaging segment and key growth trigger for both verticals. We do not publish any segment-wise P&L, so hence details cannot be shared. The new education policy provides a flip to the ink demand. DIC have a broad product portfolio and has strong R&D capability to withstand any flip which may come due to any change in the policies in the future. Next question, a capex of 85.20 crores spent on manufacturing plant in Saika. Please provide the installed capacity and utilization levels. Our response is DIC does not publish any plant-wise P&L. We do not publish. And due to company confidentiality, we cannot get into more details of margins and revenues and all. Key reasons for the closure of Kolkata plant and explain the breakup of exceptional item debit of rupees 17.82 crores. This is the next question. Kolkata plant closure was part of company's strategy to consolidate its manufacturing footprint. The breakup of exceptional cost amounting to rupees 17.82 crore is given in note 8 of the Q4 23 financial results. So you may please refer to that. Next question, what are the utilization levels across all the plants for the year ending 23? We are adequately utilizing all of our installed capacity. We can assure the shareholders about this, and it is well in line with the industry norms. The closing balance of 14.95 crore pertain to which project? The answer is the major part pertains to UV and LED link facility, which has been capitalized. Next question, reasons for short-term borrowing of rupees 15 crore. The short-term borrowing was taken to cater to working capital requirements of the company. Next question, how are exports likely to shape up for the current financial year? Last year witnessed a decline of 33% to rupees 80.41 crore. The last year exports, our response is the last year exports were impacted by geopolitical situations which are beyond our control. We are closely working with DIC Group to build a long-term plan to expand exports from India. Please explain the nature of management fees of 4.05 crore under the head of other income. Response is management services fees are primarily fees recovered from group companies for any service rendered by DIC India to other group companies. Next question, please explain the reason for interest on delayed payment of lease rent, 1.5 crore. The interest on delayed payment of lease rent is on account of two lands on which Kolkata plant was situated. This is due to prolonged negotiations post expiry of the earlier leases of the two plots. Even though the company had paid the lease rent as per demand received on prudent basis, the interest in delay in lease payment was booked as per original lease agreement. Next question is reason for delayed payment to MSME vendors resulting in interest payment on the same. The payments to MSME vendors are primarily paid within time frame set in MSME Act. The interest liability is created on certain payments because of non-receipt of information from the vendors. And the last question is explain the increase of legal expense to rupees 7 crore and increase of outsource expenses to 12.5 crores. So response from our end is increase in legal and professional expenses. It is in one head. It is not only legal. It is legal plus professional expenses is approximately 2.4 crores higher versus last year, which is primarily due to additional professional retainership agreements and legal fees paid on certain matters. Increase in outsource expenses is primarily due to startup of Saika plant operations. With this, we have tried to respond to the questions raised by Mr. Saket Kapoor, and I would like to convey my thanks to Mr. Kapoor for asking very pertinent questions. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. Coming to Mrs. Kiran Chandulal, we have received a few questions. DIC has spent, the first question is DIC has spent rupees 100 crore in Gujarat plant. It's already been a year since the commercial production has commenced. Please update A, acceptance of the product, B, current production and capacity utilization, C, depending on the feedback from the customers, and when can we see a ramp up in the production, and D, are we facing any logistics challenges or technical issues or challenges in recruiting skilled people in the plant? Our response is, good question. Our response is the product is well accepted in the market. We have been able to introduce new products in toluene-free range and rapidly expanded our market share with advent of our new plant. DIC India has also established a rigid packaging inks line there, which went operational in Q1 of 2024 and will give boost to not only this segment, but also overall utilization of common assets. Gujarat is a hub for chemical industry, so we face normal general challenges in available opportunities in retaining talent, but recruitment as such is not an issue for us. And we are managing it well. And there are no other logistics or technical issues in the facility. Next question is, please share some economic viability metrics of Gujarat plant, potential gross margins, asset turns, break-even levels. Again, we have responded earlier also that we do not publish plant-wise P&L and share any detailed data with respect to the financials or the share of market of the company. Could you please share your next question, insights on the progress India is making towards EHS compliance and what DIC is doing to facilitate this? I understand your question is about EHS compliance. You will be happy to note that DIC India has maintained a strong record of safety and sustainability. You can access 3-year data from our annual report. We are committed to DIC Corporation's Vision 2030 with strong focus on aligning our business to sustainable developmental goals, improving quality of life, and reducing resource consumption footprint. Next question 4. In 2023, what has been the cost incurred in the P&L towards the closure of Kolkata plant? Any more cost towards the plant closure that would be incurred in 24? We have included all details in our quarterly and annual results, and details are well explained in our notes. Currently, we are in the process of final wrapping up of operations, and any incremental or additional costs, if there is any, will be updated as required statutorily. Next question, DIC's EBITDA margins are subpar both against our parent DIC Corporation and all our peers, Late Group India Limited, Toyo Inc., Sequel, Sakata. This is despite having much higher sales to all peers. Please justify and share some roadmap when we can see an improvement. Our response is DIC India has embarked on a strategy to improve productivity and align portfolio, which is focused more towards packaging and sustainable solutions. Putting a plant in Gujarat, which is focused on making packaging inks, both the flexible and the rigid packaging requirements, as well as restructuring of the manufacturing footprint to improve operational efficiency and productivity are these steps in this direction. We continue to work on our strategy for improving returns to the shareholders. This is an ongoing process. And the last question is, what are the medium-term plans for DIC India? What are the current challenges in the business? And how do we plan to address them? And what are the key performance metrics set by the board for the senior management? These questions are addressed to the CEO, Mr. Manish Bhatia, but I'll take the opportunity to answer on his behalf. DIC India long-term strategy is aligned to Vision 2030 document of DIC Corporation, which is available in public domain. We'll continue to focus on higher assets utilization and improving productivity for our plants in medium term, consolidate sharing in publication segment and enhance sharing in packaging segment. The challenges are well articulated in management discussion and analysis report, MDAR, and included in the annual report. So you can please refer to that. The board aligns performance metrics with both long-term strategy delivery as well as budgets for existing year. The performance is reviewed through a structured process, and we have a very strong performance management system to address this. With this, I come to the end of the pre-asked questions. Thank you once again to all the partners for asking these questions. Now, I'll move to the next section. Yeah. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is now open to you for your questions or observations. Here, I would like to clarify that all the questions, when we invite the speaker, or the questions we receive on the messages chat box, we'll take them in one go, post all the speakers have shared their comments or their observations. After that, in one go, I'll take all the questions and try and answer those queries. I request you not to raise similar questions. This is a humble request to all of you, which have already been covered or answered in my previous response.
Thank you, sir. We will now invite the speakers.
Yeah.
So technical team, you can make Mr. Tarak Chakravarti as a panelist and allow him to speak. Mr. Tarak Chakravarti. You can open your video if you want.
Yeah, Mr. Chakravarti, you have been unmuted and you have been entered into the meeting. You can speak now, please.
I congratulations to our company senior chairman, management team, and our company valuable company secretary, Mr. Shuklaji, and associated our Calcutta branch head is a proper time delivered his annual report in send my address, and then I contact the company 76th annual general meeting. I am a senior speaker in Calcutta from Taraknath Chakraborty. Sir, I really very proud to feel, sir, that DIC previous name is Courts of India. There have been changes company name and DIC. Sir, this is the first business started before 76 years ago in Calcutta. Now, we are very sorry to say, sir, Calcutta one branch is closed this year 22-23 as per I know. The problem is some created for management team to company staff and another part. I know deeply this discussion, but it is very sorry to say, sir, this plant is abolished from Calcutta. Over 76 is running. Sir, I am prepared to company chairman. Sir, further you feel possible and you set up your mind that Calcutta further come back to any reason of plan. So then we are very pleased to minority shareholder. It is a humble request to your. It is my require and if take action is management. Sir, 2023-24, I supported to all your accounts report. Reported is a 100% benchmark point. Our senior CFO, Mr. Sudip Chatterjee, and our associated newcomer, Mr. Gagandeep Singh, is a very sincere, and they will be completely CFO is running our previous CFO side. Mr. Chatterjee is a good talent of the CFO. All are resident and display the annual report, and I observe your annual report. Annual report is a 100% benchmark point. So last year turnover and this year turnover is not a big differ. Only two figures is a down. This is the last year figure. Sir, I know your this year big losses for establishment two sides. One side of Calcutta branch is disclosed and new one branch is open is Gujarat. I will hope your journey is a very good. Last year your turnover 87,199 lakhs to come down 82.8885.4. Last year figure is your profit margin before taxes, sir, 1131 to come down 445. It is not justified, sir. Definitely your business is policy is overall same. Business are not rapidly extend of the this year earn of the money, but company business segment overall scenario is too much parallel. I supported to your accounts 100% benchmark point. Your accounts very true and fair, and not, there is no regrouping, no printing mistake, and proper expenses. Your particularly company reshuffling various type of status as per scenario of the business segment. Sir, we are not briefly discussion to you. I am very hopeful to your. I fully supported. I know our senior management team. All steps are slow work but steady result, and your sincerity, ability, efficiency, and really very good. I 100% benchmark point your all management team. I personally felicitation our company chairman is briefly half an hour. Your speech is very valuable. We are supported to all our resident of the company. Sir, it is a humble request, sir. All our pandemic situation is overcome. But sir, it is my minority shareholder request. At least year of the end, one of the physical meeting, why no you have arranged the Calcutta, and at least relation are together, all persons are meet and enjoy this another. But this virtual meeting, here is not a briefly discussion within 3-4 minutes. So I am very pleased to your send a proper time deliver our annual report Calcutta branch head, and our company very good cooperation. Our company senior secretary Mr. Suklaji, and our sincere management team, and CFO Mr. Chatterjee, and CFO Mr. Gagandeep Singh is a very good coordinated in this year company annual report. Please, I last observe, and it is my humble request that only one of the raised in Calcutta register office, that no changes register office in Noida. Please, it is my humble request, is minority shareholder register office to be continue maintained, and there is permanent place is stable for Calcutta sites. And only one request, further your position, the further come back to Calcutta is one plant is established in Calcutta. So then we are very pleased to. Thank you, our company
Thank you.
chairman, thank all management team, thank our website to be conduct the virtual meeting. Really very good websites is conduct, and thanks to our all cooperation, and thank our company Calcutta head persons, assistant manager is a welcome, and thank you with our all our member of the coordinated this meeting, and thank you our registrar is Sebi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chakraborty. Thank you for all your nice comments and your concerns. We have noted it, and we will work on it and we'll respond to it. Thank you.
Thank you. You can now invite Mr. Atanu Saha to speak. Technical team, please help.
Sir, the next speaker is Mr. Aninda Kundu. Can we
No,
invite?
I will. Those who have already asked
Okay,
questions,
okay.
we will take them at last. Those
Okay,
who have
okay.
not asked, let them speak first.
Okay, so I'll invite Mr. Atanu Shah to speak now. Right.
Yes.
Mr. Shah, you can unmute and carry on with your question.
Yes. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Ohayo
Good morning.
arigato. Yes. Minasa ohayo gozaimasu. Watashi wa I Atanu Shah, a shareholder of DIC India Limited, my respective chairman and board of directors, and all independent directors, company secretary, and all shareholders present in this virtual meeting, and our secretarial department personalities and partners and all stakeholders. Today, 22nd March 2024, Friday, our company organizing its DIC India organizing its 76th annual general meeting on just on our Diamond Jubilee. Sir, thanks to everybody that give me chance to participate this AGM. My previous shareholder already raised number of important queries when he asked questions, really very important. And also I agree with them, sir, so not necessary repeat in that sense, but only some question rise. This is the matter of capital return from innovation, mainly in matter of R&D. On previous year, and what do we expect on upcoming year? 2020-30, which already informed our chairman. And our CRISIL is long-term A+, it's right now our rating. But we have no dividend at all, sir. And please arrange factory visits, sir. This is very important for us because it's in Gujarat, it's possible, sir. And please arrange a memento, sir. It's very important to mind it, sir. And I wish a good year ahead with good result. I already casted my vote, 2 ordinary and 2 special business. I Atanu Shah. So it's DIC India. Let's build our mission together. Thanks to everyone. Arigato gozaimasu. I Atanu Shah. Thanks to our everybody on a colorful festival of world. Return to our moderator for thanks for the proceedings. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Saha, for your kind words and for your inputs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Saha. Now, Mr. Amarinder Nath Ray.
Mr. Ray, you have been invited. You have been unmuted. Kindly carry on with your question.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are. Carry on.
Respected Chairman, other board of members present, myself Amarinder Nath Ray, an equity shareholder of DIC India Limited, joining video conferencing from Kolkata. Sir, it is our company's 76th annual general meeting through video conferencing. thanks to our well-experienced company secretary, Mr. Raghav Shukla, for giving me an opportunity to express my views, and his secretarial department rendering excellent investor service, sending e-notice, annual report, and joining link well in advance with speaker serial number, and conducting video conferencing in smooth manner. Sir, I am very much pleased receiving annual report which is exhaustive, educative, knowledgeable, transparent, and adhering to all the norms of corporate governance with facts and figures in place. As regards the performance is concerned, it is not satisfactory. Revenue from operation decreased compared to the previous year. Profit before tax is 2,824.60 lakhs of rupees in the current year compared to the previous year's profit before tax 4,098.41 lakhs of rupees. As company reached a loss, so no dividend to the shareholders. Sir, I would like to know what step have you taken to increase profit growth, shareholders value creation? Sir, page number 132 in the column of other expenses, serial number P, bad debt and advances written off, 49.96 lakhs of rupees. Previous year, it was 4.50 lakhs of rupees. Sir, it is almost 10 times in the current year. Sir, I would like to know what is the necessity of written off such type of debt? Who are the beneficiaries? Miscellaneous expenses have increased in the current year, 978.93 lakhs of rupees. Previous year, it was 645.70 lakhs of rupees, 50% increase of miscellaneous expenses compared to the previous year. Sir, I would like to know what is your cost control policy? What is the ultimate benefit for the minority shareholders? Sir, please share your views. I have full trust on our strong, efficient management. I have already casted my voting in favor of all resolutions. And thanks for our company's CSR activities. Wish our company's prosperity. I hope our company will grow up in near height, near future. Thank you for patient hearing. Over to you for further proceeding. Myself, Amarendra Nath Rai, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. We have noted all your comments. Thank you for raising the two questions. And we'll try and respond.
Next, Mr. Pramod Kumar Jain.
Hello, Mr. Jain, you have been unmuted. You can carry on with your question.
जी नमस्कार, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yes, हम सुन पा रहे हैं, आप बोलिए।
जी नमस्कार, मैं प्रमोद जैन दिल्ली से। चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं जो आपने इस एजीएम में मुझे बोलने का अवसर दिया और आज के प्रस्तावित सभी रेजोल्यूशन का मैं समर्थन करता हूं। चेयरमैन सर, आपने अपनी आरंभिक स्पीच में कंपनी के वर्तमान भविष्य के बारे में विस्तार से सब कुछ बता दिया है और मेरे से पूर्व वक्ताओं ने भी काफी कुछ पूछ लिया है। मेरे सारे क्वेश्चन उसमें कवर हो गए हैं। मुझे कुछ पूछने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। मुझे अपनी कंपनी की लीडरशिप पे पूरा भरोसा है। आपकी लीडरशिप में कंपनी भविष्य में बहुत तरक्की करेगी, ऐसी मैं मंगल कामना करता हूं और जल्दी ही हमारा शेयर 4 अंकों में ट्रेड करेगा आपके नेतृत्व में, ऐसा मैं विचार रखता हूं। नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Jain Saab, for your kind wishes and support. We appreciate very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jain. Next is Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Mr. Gupta, you can unmute and put on your question.
Hello.
Yes, Mr.
Good
Gupta,
morning.
we can hear you.
Yeah,
Good
good morning. Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I have joined this meeting from the city of Joy, Kolkata. I feel proud to be a part of DIC. And I thanks to Mr. Venkat, who has helped me to send the balance sheet on time. And I think he's a part of secretarial team. But sir, I have attended more than 1100 AGM in last 4 years after epidemic COVID-19. But I have not find any chairman has respond first those who has got the questions, because they says we have got some questions in the Tatas and in the L&T and the HDFC group. We have find the chairman says we have got some questions. We will cover that question in the last. But here I have find that we have take the all questions first of three peoples. So how we know that how he has sent? And sir, how the company will progress? How the company will progress when the investors will get return on their investments? We have full faith on Japanese because there is our good tie up with the Japan, and Japan is very faithful and the very friendship relations with our nation, and we love Japanese in every aspect who help India in every aspect to increase the infrastructure or anything. And under the leadership of our visionary Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, the friendship of Japan has touched the new heights in last 10 years to take the nation on new heights with the help of Japanese. So we always believe that Japanese will always support to the country and the company, those who hold the company's holdings here in the company. But what happened in the DIC? After every 1 year, there is no dividend. 1 or 2 years, you will find there is no dividend. There is loss. So when the investors will get return on their investments. तो लास्ट 32 साल से 34 साल से मैं सेल लेके बैठा हूँ, वो 1 का 2 नहीं हुआ. और 5 चेयरमैन आप आज आपको मैं स्वागत करता हूँ कि आपकी पहली एजीएम है एज ए चेयरमैन, एंड यू आर द कस्टोडियन ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर एंड यू आर द कस्टोडियन ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय, बिकॉज चेयरमैन इज द फादर ऑफ द कंपनी like as a president of India, and every work will done on the name of chairman of any company. So what's your view in this regard कि एक शेयर होल्डर को 34 साल में न राइट मिला, न बोनस मिला, न एप्रिसिएशन मिला. हम चाहे प्रीवियस शेयर होल्डर कितना कहे कि हम फ्रूट ठीक है, सब कुछ ठीक है, और जब आपने इंट्रोड्यूस किया तो किसी का फेस भी दिखाई नहीं दिया डायरेक्टर का कि वो प्रेजेंट है कि नहीं है, सिर्फ आपने नाम पढ़ दिया. तो सर इन्वेस्टर स्मॉल इन्वेस्टर क्यों इन्वेस्ट करता है सर? आपको भी मालूम है, ए फॉर एप्रिसिएशन, बी फॉर बोनस, सी फॉर कन्वर्टेबल डिवेंचर, डी फॉर डिविडेंड, ई फॉर अर्निंग पर शेयर, एफ फॉर फैक्ट्री विजिट. ए बी सी डी ई एफ, नथिंग इज देयर इन DIC. A to F. I have seen 5 chairmen, 3 MD, and 3 company secretary. Nothing is there. You have closed down your Calcutta factory and shifted the registered office. I will not oppose your motion, sir, any motion, because I am shareholder from last 34 years of DIC. But as a small investors, there is 2 type of minority in the country. One is political, one is economical. We comes in the economical minority. So as a chairman or our custodian, what's your view when the economic minority will get return on their investment? When they will appreciate? Last year, Mr. Mitra was chairing the meeting. We have asked you that this is the 75th year. 70 सर 75 साल बहुत विरला ही कोई आदमी चेयर करता है किसी कंपनी की मीटिंग को, और वो जीवन में एक ही बार आता है. 75, 25, 60 और 50 और 100. हमने उनसे कहा कुछ देखिए, आप सोचिए स्मॉल शेयर होल्डर के लिए. तो उन्होंने कहा ठीक है देखेंगे, वी विल टच विद द कंपनी सेक्रेटरी. बट सर देयर इज नो रिस्पॉन्स आफ्टर दैट. कम्युनिकेशन गैप इज देयर फ्रॉम द सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट. तो मैं और आपको मैं एक बात बताऊं सर, ड्यू टू योर रिस्पेक्ट, आपके जो नोटिस में है काफी मिस्टेक है उसके अंदर. अब उन्होंने प्रूफ को चेक करके भेजा इन्वेस्टर को और नहीं भेजा मुझे मालूम नहीं, बट उसमें टेक्निकली मिस्टेक बहुत है. इफ यू विल गो थ्रू द नोट्स ऑन द अकाउंट्स और नोट्स ऑन द नोटिस, यू विल फाइंड more than 5 mistakes in the notice. But sir, in the other expenses, the return of is very high. आप रिटर्न ऑफ इतना कर दिए और स्मॉल इन्वेस्टर को रिटर्न करने में आपको इतना है कि आप लाख 1.5 लाख रुपया उनके लिए नहीं कर सकते कि 75 पे कोई मोमेंटो उनको दे दें. आपने रिटर्न ऑफ 4 लाख से सीधा जो 49 लाख कर दिया. आप CSR करते हैं, CSR का डिटेल नहीं बताते कि आपने मेजर CSR कहाँ एक्सपेंड किया. तो सर थिंक अबाउट ऑन दीज इशूज. एंड सर अर्लियर क्या होता था कि कंपनी सेक्रेटरी फोन करते थे, AGM से पहले मिलते थे कि भाई आपका कोई ग्रीवेंस हो या कोई इशू हो तो बताइए जिससे कि हम उसको ठीक कर सके. बट आफ्टर इन लास्ट 5 years nothing is there, sir. So improve the things, and we have full faith and confidence on the management, especially on the Japanese, on Mr. Kok, because I know Mr. Kok personally from last 15 years. When he come to Calcutta to attend the AGM in Bengal chamber, he meets me personally before AGM or after AGM. So I have a great respect for that man who represent the DIC corporation in the company. So convey our best wishes to him. And if possible, sir, please arrange a meeting with the company secretary in Calcutta that people can meet him once in a year, before AGM or after AGM. And when the, sir, just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Just now, Mr. Jain says कि our share price will be in 4 digit. सर 4 डिजिट तो बहुत दूर की बात है सर, 3 डिजिट में भी संघर्ष करना पड़ता है डीआईसी के शेयर होल्डर को कि वो भी मेंटेन रह जाए, प्राइस ठीक हो जाए, ठीक रहे, उसके लिए भी आपको ध्यान देना है। आप ईस्ट से चालू हुए और आप वेस्ट में चले गए, ईस्ट बंद करके। जिस जगह आपका प्लांट है ना सर, प्री इंडिपेंडेंस ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने जो ना वहाँ पूरी इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन किया था तारातल्ला एरिया में, उस एरिया में जहाँ पूरी अंग्रेजी कंपनियों की कॉर्पोरेट हेडक्वार्टर होते थे, उस आप जगह को छोड़ के आप ईस्ट, वेस्ट और नॉर्थ गए हैं। तो व्हाट्स योर प्लान फॉर द ईस्ट अगेन इन फ्यूचर? हैव यू एनी प्लान टू रीस्टार्ट दैट प्लांट अगेन? And how you will return to the investors, sir? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, मनोज जी। मैंने सब सुना, आपका कंसर्न्स, आपके कमेंट्स नोट भी किए हैं, और कोशिश यही रहेगी कि इनके ऊपर आपको जरूर कम्युनिकेट किया जाए।
सर क्वेश्चन आए तो बाद में रिप्लाई कीजिए, जिससे कि सब एक साथ मिलके जवाब हो सके।
जी हाँ, नोट कर लिया मैंने। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. So next speaker is Mr. Praveen Kumar. So Mr. Praveen Kumar. Over to you, Mr. Praveen.
Hello, I'm audible, sir.
Yes, you are.
Good morning, my respected chairperson, well-decorated esteemed board of director, and my co-fellow shareholder who joined this meeting. Myself, Praveen Kumar, joining this meeting from New Delhi. I have few observations which I love to share with the entire house. First of all, thank you very much, respected chairperson, for your very, very in-depth address to the shareholder. I am very, very thankful to you that you cover almost everything. And
Mr. Kumar, I think you have joined from 2 devices. Please switch off one. Your voice is echoing.
hello, audible, sir? Audible? Audible? Hello?
Yes.
And sir, I'm part of our company for more than a decade, and a special mention here is I love to thank our Japanese association. I mean, they're always there for us as far as the technical output is concerned, updation of plant, and so on and so forth. So I have the deepest respect for them. As far as the country is also concerned, we have the very, very long and fruitful relationship with Japan, and I have very, very esteemed respect for Japanese as a country, as a people. So I have the deepest respect. As far as the management is concerned, sir, I truly salute your leadership, your focus, energy, the dedication along with the professional team to bring sustainable growth for a retail investor like me. Our company is taking proactive step to, bring down the corporate footprint. It's truly an investor friendly approach where respected CFO, respected company secretary for their very, very detailed presentation in the annual report. It is very, very ethical, trustworthy, and for a retail point of view, it is very, very easy to understand. So I'm very, very thankful to them. I supported wholeheartedly all the resolution which you set out for the notice today. And sir, I love to thank our respected company secretary and their entire team for bringing out excellent corporate service to the retail investor. It was always a red carpet welcome, sir. During the year also, if you have any queries, any update on operation of our company or anything which we heard in the stock market, it will be timely reply. So I'm very, very thankful to our respected CFO and company secretary. They are the biggest asset as far as the retail investor is concerned. It was always a red carpet welcome. The real time communication, yes. Our company says in bold letter that yes, we listen to the shareholder, we care for them. So that's truly boost our morale. But as far as the dividend is concerned, everybody knows that in COVID time, I mean, there are lots and lots of impact on each and every company in our company worldwide. It's not about India also. And our company is trying, to make sure that in the coming year, it will be have a very, very regular dividend policy. So I truly appreciate that, sir. With this, Holi is around the corner. I wish the entire board, each and every worker of our company, a very, very healthy and colorful Holi. With this, I love to thank. I just pray to the God that He will bless you so that He will take our company to the near height in the future. I wish you all the luck and all the best. And I am very, very thankful to be part of such an interesting company, such a legacy as far as my earliest speaker says, 76 years in operation. So it is one of the best, I mean, truly, truly wonderful, sir, in every sense of it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Praveen Kumarji. I really appreciate your kind remarks, all positive remarks and understanding. Thanks a lot. Wish you all the best.
We now move to Mr. Amit Bagaria.
Mr. Bagaria, you can unmute and put on your question now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning, all. Sir, I have one observation to make that over the last decade or so, our sales have not increased much. It has been in the range of 600 to 800 crores. And now we have done a large capex. And in the same time, even our parent DIC Corp has given a positive commentary for Vision 2030. They have also mentioned about their sales and profitability target for 2030. Is it possible to also share the same for DIC India, that what kind of broad sales and profitability are we thinking for 2030? That is point one. Point two is they have also mentioned about they want to increase the ROIC and ROE, and I'm sure the same must have been communicated for even the Indian company DIC India. So if you can share what kind of ROE are we targeting over the next 3, 4, 5 years? You also, the chairman also mentioned that packaging is going to be one of our focus areas. Are there new products that we're going to get from the parent company, or that new technology that we're going to get, and may enter into more related or unrelated products going forward? If you can share that part of it. We are currently at some 800 crore turnover. We have done a large capex in Gujarat. In the next 4, 5 years, can you share a broad ballpark what kind of sales we can achieve? Can we be 1,500 crores, 2,000 crore turnover? That will help. And what kind of margins can our shareholders expect from the company? You said that packaging may be a higher margin specialty product. So what kind of broad range of margins can we expect going forward? That's it from my side, and I wish best of luck to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bagaria. Noted all your questions. Thank you very much.
Now we move to Mr. Amit Banerjee.
Hello, Mr. Banerjee, you can unmute and put on your question now.
Good morning to all of you.
Morning.
Respected chairman of the meeting, other board members present, myself, Amit Kumar Banerjee from City of Kolkata. Thank you for getting me an opportunity to speak such a beautiful meeting today organized by our company, DIC India Limited. It is our 76th annual meeting of the company. Yes, as regards the performance is concerned, I would say that it is not good at all during this year as visible on the balance sheet. Total loss about 24.70 lakhs from profit. Last year it was 44.65. EPS gone down
to negative 24.70 from positive 44.65. So not, it is good. Sales growth also declined during this year. Foreign exchange earnings are also reduced from 102 crores to 75 crores. Dividend for the shareholders, the appreciation is totally nil. What is the shareholders' rewarding policy? No right, no bonus. So, our company was completed 75th years of journey. The existence of our investors. And during this year of 75th, on the occasion of celebration year of this company, there was a reduced dividend of rupees 2 only during the year, from rupees 6 the year 21. And now this year is totally nil. Third, another thing, it is noted others expenses. The miscellaneous is gone up about 10 crores during this year from 6 crores last year. Outsourced expenses about 13 crores from 6 crores. Traveling gone up to 8 crores. So, such a peripheral expenses, we could make some cost control through VC and others. Legal gone up about 7 crores. Bad debts also up 50 lakhs from 5 lakhs. Doubtful debt is also gone up 98 lakhs. So it's not fair, sir. Sir, what is the, our Calcutta office was not functioning. Why? To close down. Kindly focus about the same to get turned on the business from present. What is the key reason for such a huge loss during this year? Kindly share your views, steps taken for substantial growth. What is your fundraising plan to reduce your cost of debt borrowing cost? Kindly focus. CSR activities, about 26.09 lakhs during this year was spent. Kindly share your views whether any activity made in West Bengal, as our company's registered office is in West Bengal. I hope our company will overcome whatever the certain risks under your leadership, will perform with profitabilities, and will expand the business growth, definitely keeping in mind the shareholders' rewarding policy. I thank Secretarial Department, particularly at our Kolkata office, Mr. Venkatesh, who is very sincere for rendering good services for the investors. Also thank all team members for smooth conducting such a wonderful video conferencing meeting today. Myself, Amit Kumar Banerjee from Kolkata, over to you for further proceedings. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. Thank you for all your observations and comments. Really, thank you for your inputs, and we'll try and respond to these. Thank you.
We can now move to Mr. Udit Sehgal.
Yeah, Mr. Saigal, you can unmute and carry on with your question.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Well, I would like to thank the management for giving me an opportunity to speak. I'm a fairly new investor in this company, but I'm finding it very tough to get a handle on what exactly is happening in the company. I mean, I know we've closed down one of our unprofitable Calcutta operations and we've expanded in Gujarat. But for a company of your size, I mean, pardon me, it's very opaque. I mean, we don't know what the sales projections are, what the margins aspirations are. I mean, we're at 800 crores or turnover with a 400 crore market cap. I mean, that's very low for an MNC. I mean, it's, I don't know if we need to engage an investor relations company, or, you know, we need to put out presentations, conferences, have the con calls, you know, arrange plant visits, because there is a slew of information even on, you know, micro caps these days, 100, 200 crore companies. But for a company of your size, I mean, I'm an investor for the last 10 years, but I've been trying to study your company for the last 1 month, but I can't, you know, understand what the roadmap is going to be going ahead. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sehgal.
So with this, sir, we have completed all the attendees who had not asked the questions. Now we have 3 more speakers who have already asked questions. But since they have registered themselves as speaker, we'll allow them to speak. Only request is that your questions have already been answered. So if you have anything else to ask, you can ask. So we will start with Mr. Kundu. Mr. Aninda Kundu. So you can make him a speaker.
Yeah, Mr. Kundu, you have been unmuted. You can put on your question.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Kundu, we can hear
Good
you.
afternoon, sir.
Good
I
afternoon.
hope you can hear you. I have already, you have already answered the questions that I have already given to Mr. Venkat, sir. Okay, and I hope that under your leadership, our company gains a new height, like your previous ventures are. So hope for that. And जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि 4 अंकों का शेयर प्राइस हो जाए, so I'll definitely pray for that also. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Anandu. Next is Mr. Saket Kapoor. Same. He had already asked question. We have replied. He has some more questions. He is most welcome.
Mr. Kapoor, you have been now unmuted.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, thank you firstly indeed for this opportunity. आपका आभार प्रकट करता हूँ और I will keep it in our English language so that other board directors would also be able to get the feel what I'm trying to convey. But in midst, I may be using my mother tongue also. So pardon me for that. Firstly, Rajiv Anandji, thank you for replying to our queries. And as you very well articulated to your opening remark that you are trying to answer the questions. Sir, there is, pardon me for what I am trying to convey to you, you have only tried to answer the question, but very sorry to say that you have not answered the questions. So there's a line between answering questions, addressing questions, and trying to answer them. So you followed what you said, sir, with all due respect to the board. And since Mr. Rohitiki Kohashi is also listening, and he may also convey to the DIC Corporation of what were the set of questions sent and up to what satisfaction they were answered. So I leave it to the merit of the board, the esteemed board members, Pritha Madam and others, of how well they were answered in terms of the way forward, sir. Very clearly, sir, in the listed space, investors need insight. They need informed information to take informed decisions. They need information for informed decision. So there has to be a matrix. You are in a listed space. there has to be some bare minimum requirement in terms of whenever Mr. Udit answered, Amit Bhai Bagadia ji put forward the questions, very relevant point. I have asked for the turnover profile for a new entity. Neither, sir, you did not even give a ballpark number of what could be the asset turnover ratio, and you are spending 110 crore rupees. You have already spent 110 crore rupees on the asset. So it's very disheartening on my part to speak in this frame. But this is how what is my feeling from whatever has been conveyed to us. I also like to put forward a point that CRISIL have downgraded our company, DIC India Limited, in their press release September 25, 2023, wherein they have articulated to the fact that our promoter company, parent company, DIC Corporation, has embarked on a journey on 2030, wherein they have given the projections of what the company might look like, spending, developing products, improving the margins, as Amit Bhai has also mentioned. But we are adhering to the fact that we cannot speak on what the profile would be. How can an investor decide whether to invest in your company or whether to remain invested also in your company when there is no wherein you are so tight-lipped about the business prospect itself? So it's strange on that part. So you, Anandji, you mentioned about the UV and the LED ink formulation one getting capitalized. So I just wanted to understand what is this all about, in which plant this is going to be, and again, if it is permissible, what kind of asset can be generated from this 15 crore? What is the value addition it is going to create going ahead? Sir, it is clear that you will not speak about your strategy. But when we requested for the R&D part, you could have easily mentioned us what percentage of your sales goes toward the R&D. You are referring us to the annual report. We have gone through the annual report, then only I have put forward these questions to you, sir. You are again referring me to go back and read it again. So if I would have got the numbers, I would have put forward to it if it is that plain and that simple. You might have mentioned the numbers and then mentioned there that you go to this point number and referring to that. So I could not understand why you are referring me to note number. I have also read the note, but I asked you a question: what is the total impact of this mothballing? Because some portion has been put in other expenses, some portion has been put forward in the other non-comprehensive income part. So there was a confusion. That's the reason I asked the question. You only told me just go and refer to point number such and such. So I did not follow why that done. Again, sir, the press release part, the business update part, the conference part, these are the bare minimum requirement for a listed company today. And you can check all across the board how our investors feed it with the data. You are not adhering to it. Please explain us the reason. And whether also give us an understanding whether DIC wants to remain listed going ahead also, because these are not the norms which a listed company with a reputed MNC background would continue with. I also have an observation and reservation on the remuneration paid to our MD. Mr. Bhatia has been paid, I think so, around rupees 3 crores. Last year, we have been reporting losses. I could not make sense, sir, what are our sustainable EBITDA margin because of the other expenses part and other issues. So if our MD could just articulate to us what are our historical EBITDA margin, what is the trajectory at least that the company has embarked to improve, because I know, sir, when capex has been done, you must have a visibility, and you are having your visibility, which you are not sharing with your investors today. So what is the visibility you can see foreseeable future with the safe harbor comment? You can very well explain to us with a safe harbor comment that these statements you are may differ depending upon the market conditions, but you will remain tightly on it. You will spend money, the shareholders' money also, and the answer would be that we will not provide any details. So that is very hard to digest, sir, on my part. And other than that, sir, you answered to the other expenses part, and all those factors are okay. And plant visit, I have also made a request. Raghav sir से जब बात हुई थी, तो I told him about the plant visit part. Udit bhai mentioned it. Amit ji also mentioned it. So look into the aspect whether it falls in the culture of the company or not. Firstly, sir, what is the outlook towards your minority shareholders? Whereas for value creation ideas also, sir, Anand ji, you did not spell out anything. What are we anticipating? And whatever I have mentioned today, this is on record. This is what we have been understanding and garnering from other listed Indian nationals and multinational companies, which adhere to the minority shareholders requirement. And I find no reason why that should not be a culture in our company also. We are paying the best of this payment to our MD and to the KMPs. So why at the last only expenses to minority shareholders are to be cutted? So please give us the understanding what is Vision 2030 in terms of profitability. I requested for the profitability, coming back to profitability also. I did not get any answer for that. Wherever your parent is explaining to its bigger community how the ROIC and the ROI are going to improve, as Amit bhai has mentioned. So these are my repeated points, but very, very disheartened by the way the questions were tried to be answered. They have not been answered. I pressed the point. They were only tried to be answered. They were not answered. So thank you once again to Raghav ji, particularly Yogesh bhai, for giving me this opportunity, and definitely Anand ji and the board, and my special regard also to Mr. Rohit Koshachi, to just understand the plight of what the minority shareholders are feeling today. For an MNC company trading at a market cap of 400 crore, having sales of 800 and done a capex of 110 crore. If all this maths works, there are some loopholes that needs to be plugged. And now it is up to the parent to take charge, because you are the largest shareholders and will be the benefiting the more if the company is on the right growth trajectory. My request for plant visit and all can be looked into, और जो भी आप norms बना के उसको रखें ना रखें आपके ऊपर है. देखिए सर, मैं अब अपनी बात हिंदी में रख देता हूँ. आई थिंक सो क्लियर है. आपको अगर इन्वेस्टर्स की वैल्यू क्रिएट करनी है तो आपको उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आना चाहिए, राइट कल्चर को अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए. इन्वेस्टर सेल में इन्वेस्टर रिलेशन टीम होनी चाहिए. प्रेस का, चाहे आपकी कंपनी की साइज छोटी है या बड़ी हो, आपको रेगुलर बिजनेस अपडेट, कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल ये करना चाहिए. ये प्रावधान होने चाहिए सर. आप नहीं करते हैं तो उसका रीजन भी बताइएगा. दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड, एंड वेरी वेरी थैंकफुल to the entire corporate team, the company secretary and his team, for giving me the ample opportunity to put forward my point in the most lucid manner. Thanks a lot. I'll just open my camera also so that I am visible. Yeah, here I am. Thank you once again to all.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. I think you have raised all the concerns you have in your mind. Like you rightly said, that I repeatedly told me that I said I will try to answer. We tried to answer. We have some limitations. I understand that part. However, the concerns as a valued shareholder, we do appreciate your concerns which you have raised, and you need to be informed to a certain extent to make some decisions in future. We will try and find out a way to engage with all our stakeholders and shareholders in future. You have given some suggestions. I have noted those suggestions, and will take a look as to how can we engage better and engage more and communicate more with some more information which can be shared as a listed entity under the law. So we'll try and do that. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. We now move to Mrs. Kiran Chandulal. I think she is joining through the link of Hitesh. She or he, my apologies if we have not properly identified. So Mr. Hitesh K, in the link, technical team, you can make them the panelists and they can ask questions.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. This is Hitesh from Kosha Capital. I own the shares in my father's name. I'm a shareholder for the last 3 years, and I completely echo with Saket Kapoor's views on the way the entire proceedings have been conducted. Sir, for the last 3 years, I've been a shareholder, and I've been sending almost the same set of questions, trying to seek an answer on them. A very simple thing, sir. I think we have spent some 100 crores in a particular plant out of internal accruals. It's basically shareholders' capital which is being deployed. You need to give us some clarity on what is the economic viability of this project. It's been a year since the plant is already commissioned. There's absolutely no information about anything related to the viability, the economics of the plant, neither in the annual report nor at the AGMs. For the last 3 AGMs, the management has been tight-lipped about it. I've been specifically asking, for a response. To hear from Mr. Manish Bhatia. There's not a single word that has been, spoken by him in the last 3 AGMs. He came into the company in 2018, and since then, if you look at, the profitability margins, you're barely breaking even. Return on capital is just 3% It's, we are okay to go through the cycles. We are okay to go through those business cycles and take the pain. Absolutely not a problem. But at least you should have some reasoning to why the performance is subdued. A simple question. I think we have the, the parent company members also on this particular platform, Mr. Roy and Mr. Jason. You have your peers in India. There are Japanese companies operating in the same segment in India, making far better margins than DIC India. Not for the last year, not for the year before that. It is for consistently they have been making better margins. And when DIC India is not struggling to even break even at that operating level, you at least owe an explanation to the shareholder. You can't just sideline everything under the umbrella of that it is confidential and you can't talk about it. We need to have some clarity, sir. I think it is only fair on our part as of shareholders asking you for a reasoning why the margins are so depressed. To what extent can we see some improvement for whatever plant rationalization that you have done in the last year? And if you're talking about a second phase of expansion in the Gujarat unit, you at least owe an explanation to what is happening with the current phase that has already got commissioned. When can we see a ramp up? What are the kind of margins that we can have? What are the IRRs we can have? I don't think there's anything that is asked which is confidential, which will probably, impact your competitiveness in the market. We are not interested in knowing specific product or specific product level margins. We are just asking at the company level, not at the plant. At least if you can't speak at the plant level, at least guide something on the company level. What are the margins that we can look forward to? And sir, this is the only time we get to interact with you during the year. I've written several mails, both to Mr. Manish Bhatia also. There's just not been any response to the emails. If you don't want to interact with the shareholder during the year, at least at the AGM, you should be morally responsible to answer these questions, right? And I think it's very serious that this is not happening year after year. Management has been sidelining all the questions. If you are not interested, then I think you can as well get yourself delisted. Thank you very much. I'm hopeful, Mr. Rajiv ji, you'll probably address this. You have come on the board. I think it is high time that at least be answer to the questions of the shareholders or delist yourself, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hitesh ji. Your comments and point of view is very well noted.
So with this, I think that we have completed all the speakers, and then we can move to answer the questions through this and chat box.
So, sorry, choose the first one.
You can't take any order. Mr. Govindra was the first one.
So we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have collated all the questions which have come to us or raised by you. Again, I will stick to the comment that we'll try and answer to the extent possible today. And as I have said earlier, that all the concerns raised by specifically Mr. Kapoor and Hitesh ji, we'll try and find a way to engage with our shareholders. How best can we do it? How best can we communicate? What all information can be communicated and shared with you in advance, not wait for the AGM. I think we'll have to find that some kind of a process to take care of these things in future. And we'll start working on it. Having said this, there is a question here on future outlook of the industry and where we stand in terms of market shares. Now, this is again a question similar to we can't share the market share information. We can't disclose our SOM and all. However, the broader answer is packaging industry is closely aligned to FMCG industry. The industry growth can be aligned with FMCG growth. We are among top 3 in the market shares in almost all segments we operate in. So we are holding our position as one of the top 3 share of market holders. Then there is another question on paid dividend. We have been paying a healthy dividend, I think, for the past at least 3 years in a row. Definitely this year has been a challenge. We have not seen the profitability. That's the reason, because of some exceptional items. And that's the reason we have decided to forego the dividend payout this year. CSR details, CSR expenditure, it has been very elaborately given. We are working with 2 projects. One is Diksha, another one is Saksham. These are the 2 NGOs we are working with on page 24 of the annual report. And I can assure you that at the board level and at the company level, it is reviewed quarterly in detail, in depth on all the activities and the expenditure which is being done and what is the outcome we are getting by way of our putting in our resources and our attention to these 2 agencies. Are we getting any benefits or not? And we plan to continue with it because we have seen some traction happening and we have seen some benefits coming through our investing into these 2 areas. So you can refer to page 24, 53, 54. And if despite that you have some more queries, we'll be happy to answer that. There was a concern raised on some bad debts. It is in line with the company policy. There is nothing very exceptional. We are taking steps to recover the same. The work is on, the company is working on it. And credit control policy, I can assure you, is and the process is strong and is in place in the organization. There was another one on, can the turnover be doubled by 2030? What are the growth rates, net profit margin, return on invested capital, return on equity, what we are targeting, who are the top client industries? So this is a total sum up of the questions. Like we said earlier, that going forward, we'll find a way to engage and share information which is possible for us to share as a listed entity and as per the company policy, the global corporate policy of DIC. And we'll engage with you. We, as of now, we do not provide or give any future guidance on the parameters we have just talked about. As top 3 companies in most segments and categories, we operate with the leading brands and converters in India. Our product for future are focused on sustainability, and we are definitely working on some new products to enrich our portfolio of the products to improve our mix going forward. And the only reason we are working on it through our R&D for India specific requirements is to not only bring a broader portfolio of new products, but also improve the profitability and the sustainability, which is in line with the norms and the rules and regulations of the government. Our book value, another query is on book value, hasn't doubled in the past 10 years. If growth isn't our priority, I would urge the management and owners to delist the company. Well, we are trying our best to accelerate the growth, and we have grown in the past 5 years. If we look at the last 5 years, a CAGR, exception is COVID, exception is last year when the management decided to take a manufacturing footprint related decision. That has impacted our results, but nevertheless, we are very focused. And again, on delisting, there is no such discussion or information I have at this point in time which can be shared. If in future there is anything of that sort which is discussed and which needs to be brought to the notice of all the stakeholders, we'll definitely make sure that it is communicated well in advance. Other than that, there is future outlook. There is another question on future outlook, which I think I have already addressed, and the market share. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Why? And then there are a couple of questions raised on why miscellaneous expenses has increased by 50% from 6.45 crores to 9.78 crores. We will provide the details on miscellaneous expenses separately, and we have taken a note of it. Value of
How will we grow e-sales?
How will we grow sales in East? I think, and I am assuming that this is with respect to closure of the plant, but this was a calculated decision, and we have plans to make sure that the market is not suffered and we don't reduce or play with our share of business or share of market in East, and we continue to grow by supplying from other facilities of DIC in India. Future guidance in line with Vision 2030 for India. We are a part of this group, global group. Again, we were asked that there are more details available in DIC Global 2030 Vision. Some directional indicators are there, which DIC India can also provide. We have taken a note of it, and again, we'll see what best can we share with you going forward. We'll come back on this. What was the reason for debt borrowing? This was another query which came up. It was for working capital requirements, and from time to time, capital expenditure is managed from internal accruals, and at times we need to borrow. So, and this is well in control and well in our focus, and this will be taken care of.
This question.
Yeah, and then there was a question that we have established a UV and LED manufacturing. Where is the plant? And this is the new plant in Saika where we have created this capability and which has started functioning already. I guess that's it. We have moved, yeah, there was the last one I have in front of me is we have moved registered office to DIC asset in Kolkata, and we didn't want to move the office out of Kolkata, so we had the capability and the ability to keep it there in one more location, which is very much available in Kolkata. Hence, that has been done without disturbing anything else. So with these, I guess, again, we have tried to answer to a reasonable extent the queries. We have noted some of the queries, which in a due course of time, we will definitely come back and try and answer. The second big point, which I am taking as a takeaway from this discussion, especially from our esteemed speakers, is to engage more with you guys, not during AGM only, but during the year. Yes, we'll take a view of this and we'll try and create a process there. We'll try to communicate better going forward. We'll work out those details. Plant visit is a company policy, and again, we have taken a note of it. And we'll see how best can we help you visit our new plant in Gujarat, and when can that be planned, and that will be communicated to you through our secretarial office. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for all your inputs, all your comments. Trust me, we have listened to you very, very seriously. We have taken note of all the comments and the points which have been raised. And we'll try and share all the relevant information going forward with you in due course of time. Now, I put the following matters under consideration for voting. in terms of Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013. You may refer the agenda items in detail already given in the notice which I read out. To consider and adopt the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended December 31st, 2023, and the reports of the Board of Directors and the auditors thereon. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Paul Quek, who retires by rotation and being eligible seeks reappointment. And appointment of Mr. Ji Jiang Jason Lee as a non-executive, non-independent director on this board. And fourth, payment of commission to independent directors. I now declare the voting open. The voting window will remain open for next 30 minutes from now, within which you should cast your e-vote. Further, the company secretary is authorized to declare the results of the voting and the total details of the voting results to be posted on the website of the company at www.dic.co.in and also be intimated to the stock exchanges within 48 hours. The resolution set forth in the notice would be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. With this, business of the 76th Annual General Meeting for today having been transacted is concluded. Mr. Raghav Shukla, would you please take over and do the needful? Thank you once again to all my friends, my colleagues, my esteemed stakeholders and shareholders. I thank you all and I wish you all my best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll now take it over from you. Time is 12:36. So 1.06 till 1.06 hours, the voting will remain open. After that, it will be closed. You may please exercise your right to vote till then. Thank you again, sir. Thank you all the attendees, the directors joining digitally, the directors joining physically, statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, technical team. Thank you again. And directors may disperse, attendees may disperse. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.